I have a pal over in Australia, Paul Murray, who sends me Keith Olbermann clips. What's wrong with this guy?
Why? What an asshole.
Because every once in a while he goes on a rant, and it's kind of entertaining. You know, he's a terrible man, not Paul, Keith. And so they're entertaining at times. Well, this was just a weird one. Those two had a relationship with Keith when Keith Olbermann was I think he was pretty much a household name at this point, and she was just trying to break into the business. And they lived together for 3 years, and that was some 15 years ago. Well, he's, to my knowledge, never spoken about it before, but he's ready to now because he did a 15-minute diatribe on her on his podcast, going off. What upset him? What was the trigger? She was in the news with her current husband. She was never married to Keith, with her husband, who works, I think, at CBS, because the husband got a vasectomy. And they decided to go public with this information. And honestly, to Keith Olbermann's credit, he was like, why the hell do we care? Like, why do you feel the need to go report that to the news station so you can get your face in the papers or something else in the papers where they're talking about your vasectomy? And then it just led him down a lane where he just decided to tell about 25 secrets about Katy Tur. The segment is called something like Secrets I Said I'd Never Tell, which is like, well, that's a great name for a segment, but it really makes you a terrible person.
Wow.
But here's just a little bit of what he said.
On January 22nd, 2017, Katy Tur of MSNBC asked me to write her Trump book for her. She was serious, and there are receipts. So all this time I have remained silent about the nearly 3 years she and I lived together and the 8 years after that during which I remained her good and loyal friend, and I have remained silent even though the day she moved into my place in New York, she expected a New York TV station would hire her with no experience and no audition tape. And I have remained silent about how her father, whom she has never stopped trashing, sent her $10,000 worth of cameras and editing equipment to help her get started. And I have remained silent even though she sent me nearly all of her scripts for her NBC News stories, including her Trump campaign coverage in 2016, and I edited nearly every one of them, and several times I had to completely rewrite them for her. And I have remained silent even though 6 days after my emergency appendectomy in 2007, she started punching and slapping me with real intent to do harm because the living room wasn't clean enough in our place. And how exactly do you even try to defend yourself against a woman 125 pounds lighter and a foot shorter than you?
Is it over?
What? Oh my God.
Wow. Bitter party of one.
What a disgrace. I mean, that man has been a disgrace. And I'll just say this. I've heard things about Keith Olbermann over the years. And I wouldn't say them. It's not my place to say. But I would imagine he'd want to be careful about stuff like that. But what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of denouncing an ex-girlfriend? That, by the way, did that not sound like Keith Olbermann? Did he?
It didn't sound unfair. Like him. An old person. That is an old man.
Okay. Like he's just
if you listen to the
nasty
list of
person.
grievances, he's like, there was an article about it in the New York Times. The New York Times reported that they reached out to me for an interview and I didn't respond or declined to participate. None of that is true. I contacted the New York Times reporter and said, did you reach me? Did you text me? Did you email me? No. I said, none of what you reported is true. She said, well, I asked Katy Tur if she would ask you to participate. And she told me you said no. And he was like, like Katy Tur clearly didn't want Keith Olbermann to be consulted for this thing. And his level of outrage over these minor slights it's just disproportionate. I don't know what's happened there, but it's something, it's very train wrecky to watch an ex. Both of these people are public figures, go public with this list of grievances and try to take down a woman who's clearly moved on. She's married to somebody else. Her career's fine. His career seems, I don't know. I mean, his podcast is very entertaining. I'm sure it's doing, I don't know how it's doing. I don't know. But bitter.
I mean, there's something terribly ironic about pushing grievances and while insisting that, you kept these secrets for a very long time and you're chastising her for talking about a medical procedure in public while you're just airing all of your dirty laundry. She asked me to help her write a book. Okay. I certainly don't want to dismiss claims that you've been attacked, that there was some sort of domestic violence in your relationship. The fact that you carried on a relationship afterwards and were very friendly until you decided not to be, like, this is just really strange. It seems like a bizarre sort of way to snap.
He's a mean guy. He really is a mean guy. And there's just, look, he said some nice things about Stuart Varney, so I should temper my criticism because I don't really know Keith Olbermann at all. I just know that when he makes headlines on Twitter or on a show, it's 9 times out of 10, he's being absolutely caustic about somebody with whom he was once close. It's like, it's one thing to have strong opinions about the news. God bless, that's what he gets paid to do. It's quite another to be going after people personally with your microphone, people you used to live with, people you used to love. Anyway, the whole thing is awkward, but that's our business.
That a lot of people in politics and in media are constantly guilty of projection. And for a long time, Keith Olbermann's signature segment was called what? Moynihan?
The worst person in the world.
Worst person in the world.
Yes. And it was always him at the end. That was the twist.
Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. From blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bon Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly. Their glasses come in non-prescription, prescription, and in reading options. Bon Charge also has other amazing products like low blue light bulbs, red light therapy devices, EMF 5G protection, and 100% blackout sleep masks. Love those, all backed by science. They can ship worldwide in rapid time, and most importantly, they have easy returns and exchanges. Go to boncharge.com/MK and use the coupon code MK to save yourself 20% off your order. That's boncharge.com/MK and use that coupon code MK to save 20% off your order. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.